Good morning, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. Welcome for RTL online training and placements, exclusively for Oracle Cloud Technologies. Myself, this is Chandra. We are based out in Hyderabad, Ameerpet, Aditya Enclave, Nilagiri block. Regarding the address, you can check our website or you can check our YouTube channel to get information. So we are exclusively for Oracle Cloud trainings. We will be providing the trainings in Oracle Cloud Financials, Human Capital, Supply Chain and Technical, Fusion Cloud Technical, and Oracle Applications Technical also. We will be having two types of batches. One is normal, another one is placement batch, or we call it as corporate batch. Corporate batch. So normal batch, we know that it's somebody wants to go for training whenever they wanted. Somebody wants to learn financials. For example, you want to learn the financials, we'll go for provide the training. It's a normal batch where we will be discussing right from the scratch. When I say right from the scratch, what is cloud? What is Oracle Cloud? What is Fusion Applications? What is Fusion Financials? What are different modules we have in financials? What is general ledger? How we will go for do the setups in general ledger? How we will perform the transactions in general ledger? Like that, module wise, we will be discussing all the setups right from the scratch one by one. We'll be discussing and we will be performing the transactions also one by one. We will be doing that. That's the basic thing which we are going to configure, which we are going to conduct. It's a normal batch. Generally, it takes 45 days, 45 to 50 working days we used to conduct. That's the financials. Then what is meant by placement batch? This particular demo is to talk about, this is placement batch or corporate batch, what we are going to talk about this year. Okay, so here we are going to allow the people who has already learned the Fusion Financials, who has already completed the Fusion Financials, who are in the process. Maybe you are already joined after 1 month. You would like to go for start preparing for interviews and go for placement. Okay, so this is mainly for the people who has already completed the course, We are going to provide mainly first assignments. We are going to give the assignment. Okay, for example, we'll talk about the enterprise structure configuration. I'll give one business scenario. I'll give the business scenario. So my client is a Tata client having the business in 2 countries, India and US. 2 countries they have a business, and then 2 business units in India. One is Hyderabad business unit, Bangalore business unit, US, New York business unit, and California business unit. Okay, and you are supposed to configure enterprise, legal entity, ledger, and business units for this enterprise. This is an assignment. So that you are going to start working. We have both online and offline, but we will prefer online because online everywhere you can sit and start working. Okay, so you will be start working with the configuration of this enterprise. I'll be explaining the sequence of steps. For example, I'll show you the sample Excel sheet for Fusion Financials assignments. So like this, I'll be providing. This is all just a sample assignment. Like this, we will be having around 70 to 80 assignments complete in account payables, account receivables, general ledger, cash management, and expenses module. We'll be talking about all those. Okay, how to configure primary ledger and all this. Okay, so once the assignment is completed, you are supposed to give the demo, and there will be interview questions about that. And then we will be having discussion about that, and that chapter is closed. Okay. Here, I'm going to help you to complete the task. I'm not going to explain right from the scratch. I'm not going to, that is a general training. Here, I'm going to provide the assignment to you, and you are supposed to complete the assignment. During this assignment practice, if you get struck up anywhere, I am here to help you what mistake you have done, what you are supposed to do that, and I'll make you perfect, and I'll make you to complete that assignment. And the same assignment we are going to put in our resume, saying that we have configured, for example, this, we have configured an enterprise structure for our client. Then definitely they will ask you, tell me what exactly you have configured. Whatever the assignment we have done, same thing we are going to explain. It means you are going to make it everything is clear. When you are applying 4 years of experience consultant, we are going to make you to clear the interview yourself. And we are going to make you perfect yourself. We are going to make you to work yourself without taking any job support from others. Because now the companies has already started, proxies are not going to work no more, 90%. And job support is going to be difficult. You are supposed to go to office and work weekly 1 or twice, obviously. So we have to understand this fact and works towards to that. So again, once again, I am telling people who are having the mindset saying that I want to prepare myself, I want to clear the interview myself, I want to work independently myself, please come to this batch. Remaining people, please do not join. I request, please do not join in this batch. If you say that I want to work every day, 3 hours work I'll be assigning every day, this batch timing will be 3 hours. 3 hours. Evening 6 to 9 o'clock. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. My office timing will be closed at 4 p.m. So we will start from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. 3 hours. After that, I'll give some videos. You have to prepare entire day, that entire videos, and end of the day, again, you have to complete the task on that. It means almost 6 to 7 hours you have to dedicate for this particular program. Then we will get a result. The duration is going to be 45 days. And we are going for towards the placement. We are going to work with towards the placement. So we are going to apply as a fresher. We are going to apply as a 2+ or 3+ or 4+, depends on the requirements. Depends on the requirements. It's purely practical oriented. No recordings will be provided. I am telling you again. Once again, I am telling you, I will not give any recordings. I will give the assignment. I will ask you to work, and I will ask you to share the screen. If you are not able to do it, I will give you the guidance. And after completion of your assignment, you are supposed to explain, and you are supposed to go ahead with the next assignment. Whatever this 70 assignments we are going to complete, we'll keep it in our resume. Same assignments we are going to explain in the interview. You will not get any interview questions other than these assignments. Once again, I am telling, we will not provide the recordings to this. You are supposed to note down the things and be active 3 hours. 3 hours, be active, note down the things and start learning and get yourself activated. If at all any documents or if it is something required, I'll give that particular videos, whatever it is there. Okay, because I wanted to make it clear before we start the batch. But otherwise, what happened if you expect something and if we are not able to deliver as per our promise, then we will not be able to do it. Okay, so that's the another one. Here it is. Next. So most of the times what happened, when you go for an interview, so some people will be asking us, sir, they are asking for real-time questions and we are not able to answer it. So the question comes here, when the real time, it means, for example, they are asking, we are not getting the payment term in the invoice page. Whenever we try to create an invoice, let me just log into the application here. I'm just giving a couple of examples how the interview questions will be there and how we are going to do that assignment and we are going to be perfect, how we can clear those interviews. That's what we are going to discuss now. Now, when we go for navigator here, and when we are trying to create an invoice in account payables module, let's go to payables. And when we are going to create an invoice. Now, the question is from the interviewer, when I'm creating an invoice, I'm not getting my payment term here. By default, we are getting some other payment term. So what could be the reason? What could be the reason? Generally, how the payment terms will be assigned, how the payment terms will be created. Payment term is nothing but calculation of invoice due date. Calculation of invoice due date for your supplier. Generally, what we will do, we will create a payment term. After that, we will assign this payment term to reference data set. Then we will assign to the business unit, right? And then we will go for configure, manage invoice options. From there, the payment terms will be picked up. But we are not getting that payment term. We are getting some other payment term in our invoice page. What could be the reason? We know that we will be creating supplier. After that, supplier address. Then after that, supplier site. Then we are going for site assignment. And there we are going to add payment terms. So based on supplier site, the payment term will be different. That is a high priority. This all we would like to see practically. We will take one example first. Without supplier site level payment term, we will do one invoice creation. We means you are going to do it. I'll give the steps. I'll give the sequence of steps like this. Okay, I'll give the sequence of steps like this. Go to this task and perform. Then go to this task and perform. If you get stuck up in this task, you are going to share the screen immediately. I'm facing some issue here. I'm here to help you and clear. Okay, so I'm going to be providing the guidance here to complete this task. So we will create a payment term without the supplier site. For one supplier site, we will not give any payment term. For another supplier site, we will give the payment term. Then we'll try to create an invoice for both the suppliers. Then the payment term difference we are going to see. We are going to see that like practically. The same thing we are going to explain in the interview point of view also. Same thing we are going to explain. So in the interviews, they will be asking us like, I'm not able to get my business unit. When I try to perform some managed invoice options, I'm not getting my business unit. I have created business unit, but it's not populated. What could be the reason? So while creating the business unit, we have specified already location and reference data set. But when we are assigning business unit to the legal entity, you might have missed enabling this checkbox, enabling the checkbox here. For example, and we go for setup and maintenance. Go to setup and maintenance and go to financials. And go to the task here, assign business unit, business functions. And choose your business unit. I'm going ahead with US1 business unit here right now. Whenever we are assigning our business unit to the ledger as well as to this is our business unit. We are assigning for legal entity as well as to the ledger. There are a couple of setups here, whatever the business unit form functions. For example, you want to work with payables module, make sure that this invoicing option is enabled to work with the invoices and to make the payments here. Okay. So if it is not enabled, we will not be able to get our business unit in the business functions. Okay. So this all setups we will be performing practically, mainly the way of explaining. That's what we call it as a mock interview. Every concept we are going to have the mock interview. I'm going to schedule one-to-one meeting, one-to-one meeting. It's not 1 to 10. So I am the person who is going to provide the training and taking care of this one. And if we are going to take the 10 members, we'll take for batch, not more than that. We'll take only 10 members because we cannot accommodate more than 10 members. It's not possible. Okay. So 10 members we are going to take, and this 10 members, 1 to 10 will be there, and 1 to 1 also will be there whenever we are going to take the mock interviews. When we are going to take the mock interviews, there will be 1 to 1. So I'm going to explain. You are doing, for example, they'll ask us, can you explain the supplier model? So what could be the answer? We know that we have created multiple suppliers. We have created purchase order for supplier, invoices for the supplier, but we are not able to express it actually. What is supplier model? Supplier model is nothing but the hierarchy of the supplier information, which we will keep it in a proper format. First, we'll be defining the supplier. Then we will define supplier address. Then we'll define supplier site. Then we will go for supplier site assignment. After that, supplier payments, nothing but a banks. Then we will go for supplier contacts. Then we will go for supplier qualifications. This is the hierarchy, or we call it as a model. Okay. Once we create a supplier, there are two different types: spend authorized and prospect supplier. What could be the difference between these two? How can you enable the approvals for these two suppliers? If supplier wants to register this from outside, where do you provide the link? For example, when supplier is trying to register, he is facing some issues where you can go for resolve it. How you can communicate with Oracle people. This all we have to be clear, a particular concept. Whenever we are talking about a particular concept, we should be very strong. And the same information, whatever we have done in our assignments, we'll put it in our resume so that we will be able to clear the interviews ourselves. Here it is. Okay. So whatever I have given the information is about the supplier model. When we talk about accounting entries, which is very, very important, either from account payables to GL or accounts receivables to GL, what are the accounting entries will be generated? When you create an invoice, what is the debit account? What is the credit account? When we make the payment, what is the debit and what is the credit? And once we go for receive the goods, then what is debit and credit? Same thing for account receivables, right? This is all we are going to discuss. It comes as a procure to pay and order to cash cycle. Okay. So here, as I said, I'm not going to start with the basic thing. I'm going to give you the assignment. And once the assignment is starting, you start the practice. I'll be here to explain. Okay, make sure that you are supposed to complete the assignment. After that, you are supposed to prepare a document and go for explain. Three things are required: do the work, prepare the work, explain the work, and close the work. Three things are required. Even when you join in the company also, these three will be doing. So once you join as a functional consultant in the company, first you are supposed to configure the setups. Then you are supposed to prepare a document for that and send it for review or for approvals. Then after that, you are supposed to explain that in the teams, saying that this is what the output, and you are supposed to show it to your client or end user or business users, right? So these three, we are going to do it for every assignment. So all these three steps are very, very important. Here it is. Okay. Yes. Any doubts here? Anybody would like to talk with me? Please, you can unmute yourself and go for discussion, please. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Karthik, go ahead.
Regarding the instance, you will be providing the instance.
Yes, we will take care of that. No problem.
And one more thing, can you explain the fee structure also?
That please contact our contact. I will not be able to explain here. Okay. I hope you have the number, right?
Yes, sir. But I had to call like two,
yeah,
three
please,
times to.
Please communicate with them. This number, I hope you are able to view the number, right? I will not be able to explain about that process because that is not in my hands. I'm here to explain how this program will be conducted. what we are going to do in this program and what assignments we are going to discuss, how we are going to prepare for interviews, how we are going to make you perfect practically. Practically, by end of the day, if you go for walk-in also face-to-face interview, if they ask you, tell me how will you configure withholding tax, you might you will be in a position to tell sequence of steps. Yes, we will go for define the supplier first, and then we will have another supplier, withholding tax supplier type as government authorized tax supplier, and then we will go for define the tax regime and tax code, and then we will go for assign at supplier site level withholding tax, and then we will go for configure this, and after completion of this setups we will go for test this. This is how you are supposed to explain in front of the interviewer here. Okay, so that's the main motto of this, that it's a purely practical. I'm telling you again, it's going to be 3 hours, evening 6 to 9, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is 3 hours. I'm going to give the assignment. You are going to start working. You should be ready with a valid laptop and internet connection, and you should be always on online. You should be able to unmute yourself and speak. People who are not able to interact in two-way, please do not join. We are not encouraging those type of people. You must unmute yourself and you should ask the doubt, and you should explain what you have done and where you got struck up and what you want to do next. And then I can help you to make it clear. And the end of the assignment, you are supposed to give the demo also. Maybe in the initial first day, when you are explaining about your assignment, maybe you may not be explained properly, but 10 people are going to give the demo. 10 people are going to give the demo. So by end of the session, 10 times you are going to listen. You are going to view that particular transaction. Obviously, after 1 week or 10 days, you are going to into the track. If somebody is not good in communication, if somebody is not able to properly, explain the process, they can go ahead with that. It must be a two-way communication. It's not like one way I'm going to explain and you are going to listen. Here, listening is very less from your point of view. Working and speaking is more from your point of view. It's going to be both online. It's going to be online mainly, because many people are working professionals in different locations. It's going to be online. It is.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly. We have to join 6 to 9. Actually, some people are working six log out or something. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 30 minutes is okay. 6 o'clock I'll be joining. So we will be having this demo, means demonstration, like about previous assignment. After 30 minutes, we'll go for assign this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Assign this work. Assignment, we will be performing again multiple times. No issue.
Okay.
Yes. So whatever the working hours, like 3 hours, I'm telling like 3 hours work will be there definitely. Whatever the assignment I have given, definitely it takes 3 hours for you guys to complete. And then after that, whatever the basic videos, means training videos are there, that you are supposed to confirm. For example, today assignment is about withholding tax configuration setup. Withholding tax configuration setup, how we can raise the withholding tax invoices, and how to work with credit memo and debit memo. These are the 3 invoices we are going to work. Let's say today evening, that's the assignment. So today morning itself, I'm going to share the basic videos, how to work with all these 3. Okay, so that you are going to prepare at home. And evening 6 p.m. you should be ready to perform this activity in front of me. I will not give the same assignment as it is. I'll give little bit business rules here. I'll ask you to change. It's not going to be the same what you are listening in the classroom perform here. I'll give the requirement here. I will tell you this is the requirement of the client, and perform this. So you already know the basic setups which are required for withholding tax configuration. And I'll explain that is basic, that's fine. But this requirement is like this for the client. Let's do this. So then you will be performing that in front of me and share the screen in case if there is any problem. Then I'm going to help you. And finally, the same question in the interviews, they'll ask you, can you tell me how will you configure the credit memo for the supplier? In which scenario you are going to create a credit memo? Who will create credit memo? Are you going to create or your client is going to create? What is your involvement regarding the credit memo or debit memo or withholding tax invoices? We know that, okay, we will create withholding tax invoices and all. Then who will do that work? What is your involvement? Why you are in the project? Or why you are in the project? Like when the clients are using the application, where exactly your involvement will come? How they are going to assign that work to you? How you are going to complete that work and informing to your client? How you are going to show it to your client? For example, the client has raised one ticket. How will you receive the ticket? Which tool you are using? Are you using ServiceNow? Are you using Jira tool? Okay. If you are going to use that tool, what are the different statuses for the ticket? For example, there is a task as assigned. What is the task name? LDAP process is not working properly. Lightweight directory access protocol, LDAP process, when user is trying to submit, it's not working properly. Then how will you do? That is not actually our problem. LDAP process is basically administrator, admin, DBA team is supposed to take care of that, right? How can you assign this ticket to another team, DBA team? How you are going to assign, to whom you are going to keep in the CC, and how you are going to send it to them. So this all we are going to discuss and we are going to see practically. And the same thing you are going to explain in the interview also. They'll ask you, have you involved in the implementation and support? Yes, I have involved in the implementation and support. In implementation, what are the steps are there? We have development, designing phase, testing phase, production, go live. These are different stages. Which stage you have involved? And who are your client? How you are interacting with the client? What was your documents used to prepare those documents? I'm going to show you that sample documents, how you are going to prepare. I'll give you that, prepare that document. We will not be going to prepare for every assignment document because it takes a long time, but a couple of assignments you will prepare a document. Then the same way we are going to do that for other assignments or other components setups we are going to perform. Here it is. Okay, so that's how we are going to find this training. Yes, any doubts, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please go ahead.
Sir, can I ask in Telugu?
No, we don't allow. We will give only English, please.
Okay. So, are you going to prepare, help us to resume preparation?
Yes, that is a part of our placement. As I said, it is a placement right from each and everything. As soon as you are perfect, all our assignments, 70 assignments. For example, I have given here assignments. 4 assignments I'm showing. 70 assignments you have to complete all this. Immediately we are going to prepare a resume by mentioning all these assignments and the resume. When I prepare a resume, the moment when you see the resume, you will understand that all this work I have done. Same thing you are going to explain in the interviews. On that resume, what they'll ask you, the questions also, we will be discussing. And then we are going for the placement. So the experience and everything you can communicate with them, that our client or admin person is going to explain.
The placements means you are going to take any, you are helping to me or
some companies are going to approach. Some companies are approaching that we are looking for trained freshers. We are looking for some people who are very good in financials, functional. We would like to take. So we will refer them and we are going to project our profiles in front of them. Then you are going to attend for an interview. Yes, any other doubts here?
Excuse me, sir. May I know when the batch will start?
From tomorrow. Tomorrow in the sense from Monday.
Actually, I'm in the middle of the course, sir. Like I have completed
No
till
problem.
cash
If
management.
you are already in the middle of the course, that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because we'll be starting right from the scratch, right? We'll start first with the enterprise structure configuration, then user creation, implementation, project, chart of accounts, setup and all.
Okay.
So it will take time.
Still
So
O2C and this tax and expenses pending, sir. So I'm asking.
no problem. You can go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So actually, what is happening is that maybe my office timing is maybe from 6, until 6, but it is maybe sometime extended to 7. So can I miss
No problem.
attend
See,
class?
I will be available 6 to 9, 3 hours online. So the assignment will be as, for example, today you logged in at 7 o'clock. Then I'll explaining you the assignment. So that assignment you are supposed to complete. So during that will go ahead with that process discussion.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. This is Sheikh from my side.
Please.
It's purely online or is offline also is provided?
Offline is not there. It's online. Offline, I will be available in Hyderabad in office for any doubts or other discussions. The reason behind why we are putting this offline is many working professionals are doing it. So very difficult. They are in Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Noida, different locations. It's difficult to ask them to come to our office. That time itself we can go for now, perform the practice. That's why I said you should have a laptop with a good internet connection. Anywhere in the world, you can be in that 3 hours I will be available. I'll make you perfect practically. I will make you perfect theoretically to clear interviews yourself. And I'm telling again, once again, people who are not able to unmute themselves and ask the questions and explain the interview point of view, whatever I have given the preparation, please do not join. You will feel that you are not satisfied. Here I am going to make you perfect for interview point. This is not something I will give the basic video. As I said, you are supposed to prepare that and start working in front of me, the assignment which I have given against those topics. And during that assignment, you have to tell, I'll explain, I'll give the sequence of steps, like how you have to perform that particular assignment. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this, like that. You are supposed to perform that. During any step, if you got struck up, you got error or you got something, then you are supposed to raise the hand and ask me, share the screen. I'll tell you, you made this mistake. Then you have to go for explain. And once it is completed, explanation is very, very important. Maybe you are having less communication skills. No problem. After 1 month or 2 months, you will be perfect. So this is going to be 45 working days. It means 2 months, 2 months course complete.
Good morning, sir. One question, please. So
Please go ahead.
sessions will be recorded and shared
No,
with the people who is.
no question of recording this.
Okay.
Here, everything is practical. You have to do the practice. End of the day, you have to keep that in your mind and make it perfect and go ahead. Maybe some 10-15% if it is important, definitely I'll record and give it to everybody. And some documents also I'll give it to everybody. But person must be active in the session 3 hours. That's what actually we are facing. The general videos, we will share it. As I said, that is training videos, the basic videos which we will find. Nowadays, the basic videos are everywhere. So what we are thinking is keeping the videos on in our drive will make the people are not much interest in the session. When I say I'm not sharing the record, definitely you will be 100% active. You will be 100% active in the session and start working, and you will try to capture that knowledge immediately into your mind, not into your video that it is. So some of the things, maybe 10-15% is required, that we will provide, no problem. So here we want to make consultant is active, consultant is perfect.
It's very good idea, sir. Thanks for the details. And this current session will be shared in YouTube, right? If we want to go through for one more time.
Yeah, we will share it. I'll be sharing in the YouTube channel, so you can go for it.
At least if we go through this video for 1 or 2 times, we'll get to know exactly what is going
Definitely.
to.
Yes, that is great. And you can interact with our admin. Any other doubts are there, our admin people will connect me in the line. And if it is for offline, like if somebody wants to communicate with me or any doubts, I'll be available in Hyderabad office. But the entire sessions, discussion, everything will be completed in the offline only. Sorry, online only. Because many people are working in different locations across the India or across the world. We want to make them provide this service. Okay.
Good,
Sir, all 5 modules are involved in this.
Yes. All the modules.
FACM also involved in this.
Yes, everything. Account payables, account receivable, general ledger, expense module, tax module, fixed assets module, cash management module. Yes, all financials, including our OTBI, BI reports, and BDI, as well as this reporting also, we have to keep it. Because at the end of the day, we would like to project your profiles in front of some companies. If somebody asks, we are expecting some good trained freshers. If you guys are interested.
Sir, after 45 days course, so do you help us to attain the interviews?
No, this batch is for attending the interviews, helping only.
Okay, till we get the job.
Yes, that's what this is for a placement batch.
Okay.
I think even course fees also, initially you have to pay only some, I think 20 or 25%. The remaining amount you will be paying after you get an offer letter.
After getting the salary, we can pay, sir.
No, I don't have idea about that. Please talk with this admin people.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is not something, okay, 45 working days is completed and it's going to be a continuation process. We want to generate the people who are ready to go for attend the interviews themselves, who are ready to work practically in front of the client. Like if they ask us to come to office and work, so we would like to make the consultants like that. That is what actually our motto.
Sir, someday if we miss the class due to some reason, what's the next option?
Assignment we will be providing that you have to complete and ask me what problem is there, right? For example, today you are not attended the session, but I request dedicate 2 months, maybe due to some emergency or something, you are not able to attend 1 or 2 times. So obviously we will be having a Telegram group. In the Telegram group, we are going to discuss about the assignment. I will give you the assignment details, then you can start working on that. As I said, only 10 members will be there in the batch. Definitely, we are going to have a direct communication with me. I will tell that this is what the work you have to complete, and any doubts are there, I will be available and share. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Actually, we have completed APRGL only.
Yes.
And in instance, we don't have to work in it's a server problem that all.
See, basic thing. I'll tell you the instance. Sometimes it will be fresh. We will provide you the new instance. Immediately, we have to start working on that. We will be getting alternative instances. Server is there across the world is a problem, but in our RTL online training, advantage is once the server is refreshed, within hours, we will get another server. Immediately, you have to start working on that. And again, we will do the setups. So if we do the setups, there will be advantage for us, because that we will make us perfect. Maybe 15, 20 or 25 minutes time is going to be wasted to do the basic setups, but it will make us perfect. Configuration of ledger, configuration of legal entity, business units, assigning the roles to user, providing the data access to the user, initial creation of opening the periods to the ledger, create a sample journal. This all are it's going to make us perfect.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, this assignment will be enough to crack the interview, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. So we are going to make like that only.
Good morning, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
after
please.
completing this course, like placement batch, like in an interview, they will ask us about the previous experience.
You have completed the course means you joined in the company. That's the date for completion of the course.
Okay, so like currently we are not working in Oracle Fusion Cloud, like we are working in Oracle R12. So this is our current experience. So after completing this placement batch and assignments, like we will be able to create these things in an enterprise or other thing. But if they look for the person like who are having the practical training under the same company who are using this Fusion Clouds, then what will be our answers?
So they are expecting on the same company, is it?
Yes, sir.
The same company means what they will expect is basic Fusion Cloud training. That's sufficient, right?
So currently, like we don't have that cloud. We are working in Oracle R12, and this is Fusion is something different from R12.
Yes, yes. If the client, if your company does not have the cloud project, so definitely we have to try outside, right? Other companies.
Okay.
Yes. If the same company is having cloud projects, if there is a requirement, the manager can request us, can you join in the cloud project? Then definitely they'll take some formal interview. So that's whatever the training we got, that's sufficient. You can go ahead.
And what about, sir, if the company is different company?
Different. That's what our training, right? So, for example, you have to project that last 3 years you are working in the cloud. Generally, companies will not check whether your company is having cloud projects or not.
Okay.
We have to project in the resume that last 3 years we are working in the cloud. Okay, so that way we can go ahead. Generally, they will not go in depth of that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Are any other time slots are available other than 6 to 9?
No, this one only because I'll be working right in the India timings.
Only 6 to 9?
Yes, 6 to 9, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That is.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Subscribe for this YouTube channel. I'll be uploading this entire video. Okay. So,
sir, one more question,
please.
sir. Sorry.
Please.
What if we miss the batch tomorrow batch? If there is any another batch we have planned?
No, after 2 months only, right?
Okay.
After 2 months only it is. Because I have to make these guys as perfect, right? So this is not something I'll be completing the syllabus. So I have to give the assignment and make them perfect in the batch it is. Maybe initial stage, first 3-4 days will be going a little bit slow. But as I said, it is a 3 hours of my valuable time you are going to spend with me. So maximum 45 working days, it means almost multiply by 3. If we take it as multiply by 3, it's going to be 150 working hours. You are going to do the practical. I'm not something explain and do that. You are doing the practice. It will make you just imagine how it will make it is going to be.
It's going to be Monday to Friday, no, sir?
Yes.
So Monday we have to, if you start on Monday, the course means, what about fees, sir? If we pay, then only we can join, or what? How it is, sir?
I'm sorry, your voice was not clear.
If we want to join Monday means, how about the fees, sir? If you have to pay first itself, or after 2-3 or
Please
demos?
communicate with this number. Yeah. They will provide the details. Yeah. Regarding subject assignment, resume preparation, interview preparation, how the work will be happening, and what are prerequisites regarding subject. This I can explain.
On Monday link, do you provide, or
these people will provide everything.
Okay. Okay.
Please. Thank you. Thanks for your time you have spent with us. Let's see you guys on Monday. and come up with an aggressive mode. Make sure that we want to get a job in that like that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.